A Chinese student expressed contempt for America and confidently declared that China leads the world in responding to natural disasters on stage. However, Trump denied this student's views, causing him to only remain silent. Donald Trump was invited by a university in the United States as a guest speaker. He explained to the students that the United States is currently leading in preparing for natural disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis worldwide. When a Chinese student protested and declared that China is the leader in disaster preparedness in the world, America cannot compete with China, a fierce debate arose. The Chinese student, who had hatred for America, had his argument completely denied by Trump. What happened here? Let's investigate further. Before diving into the main content of the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates on the latest videos from our channel. Leave your comments to give us feedback on the content and any other topics you're interested in. Your support means a lot to us. Have a great day. Hello, my name is Amy. Currently, I'm a student majoring in Bachelor of Science in Geology at the University of Wisconsin, USA. My university often invites professors and famous people from all over the world to give lectures and interact with students. Recently, my school invited Donald Trump to interact with students. This exchange is open, meaning that not only students of the Humanities Department can participate, but students from other departments can also register to attend if they like. Donald Trump's educational background notably includes 2 years at Fordham University before transferring to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, culminating in a Bachelor of Science degree in economics. While Trump's career trajectory predominantly spans business, real estate, and politics, it's imperative to underscore that his stance on natural disasters and related preventative measures has stirred significant debate and contention. Given his background, Trump possesses a nuanced understanding of natural disasters and their associated challenges. In our initial exchange, Trump astutely observed, "History often echoes itself, prompting us to glean wisdom from our past missteps. Experience, an inexorable teacher, serves to refine our collective knowledge." Indeed, within our intricately interconnected global landscape, the acquisition of knowledge extends beyond individual experiences. It entails embracing insights and best practices from diverse sources. When confronted with our perplexity, he proceeded to pose a thought-provoking inquiry. In your estimation, which nation stands at the forefront in preemptively addressing natural calamities such as earthquakes and tsunamis, and furthermore, exhibits a commendable disposition in disseminating their accrued wisdom to the global community? In response, an array of perspectives surfaced, predominantly spotlighting Western nations such as Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, and others. The United States, elucidated Trump, stands as a paradigm of resilience amidst the tempest of natural disasters. Enduring the brunt of relentless downpours, seismic tremors, tsunami surges, and volcanic upheavals, the nation has forged an indomitable spirit in confronting adversity. Indeed, the United States has emerged from the crucible of numerous natural disasters, cultivating a steadfast preparedness unparalleled on the global stage. Yet, perhaps most salient is the nation's magnanimity in extending aid and expertise to vulnerable regions, preemptively arming them against the specter of similar cataclysms. At this time, a Chinese student raised his hand and asked a question. "Why are you sure the U.S. is the best in the world at this? I see that our China also faces a lot of natural disasters due to its large land area. Yet China's population is still the largest in the world, proving that China is doing better than the U.S." Mr. Trump began his analysis. Firstly, examining the historical data on earthquake occurrences and their impact. The United States has consistently invested in earthquake monitoring and early warning systems. The U.S. Geological Survey operates a sophisticated network of seismometers and sensors, providing real-time data and alerts to authorities and the public. This proactive approach enables timely evacuation and emergency response efforts, significantly reducing casualties and property damage. Moreover, the United States has made substantial investments in retrofitting existing infrastructure and implementing stringent building codes to enhance seismic resilience. According to the World Bank's Global Facility for Disaster Reduction and Recovery, the U.S. ranks among the top countries in terms of the adoption and enforcement of seismic building standards. This proactive approach has resulted in structurally sound buildings and infrastructure that can withstand the impact of earthquakes, minimizing the risk of collapse and loss of life. The United States boasts a robust emergency response framework and coordination mechanism involving federal, state, and local agencies, as well as private sector partners. This integrated approach ensures swift and effective deployment of resources, including search and rescue teams, medical personnel, and humanitarian aid, in the aftermath of an earthquake. The Federal Emergency Management Agency plays a central role in coordinating disaster response efforts and providing financial assistance to affected communities, further bolstering the nation's resilience against earthquakes. Furthermore, China's vast landmass does not mean that China experiences more natural disasters than the U.S. I guess you are not a student of geology, because those who study geology know that earthquakes are caused by the collision of tectonic plates. China is not located in the center of such an area, so the number of earthquakes that occur certainly cannot be compared to the U.S. Most of the students agreed with his words, but the Chinese student seemed to still have doubts about his words and was openly dissatisfied with his statement. The Chinese student clearly expressed his anti-American attitude when he asked Mr. Trump a question. Even so, what has the U.S. done to be praised as a leading country in disaster preparedness? Natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis in the world? I feel your comments are very one-sided. If you want to confirm that your statement is true, please prove it. The request posed by the Chinese student surprised other students like me. After that, the Chinese student continued, saying that he could not understand how Mr. Trump could praise America so excessively. That shocked the other students. It was an act of disrespect towards the lecturer, and Mr. Trump would probably be angry. But he was very calm and gave a friendly smile before answering the Chinese student's question. According to Mr. Trump's arrangement, many videos were then shown on the screen, which were videos of earthquakes that occurred in America and China. After showing those videos, Mr. Trump turned to us students and started talking. Ensuring the structural integrity of buildings, tunnels, and infrastructure in earthquake-prone regions like the United States requires meticulous planning and engineering prowess. In response to the seismic hazards posed by earthquakes, various measures have been implemented to mitigate the potential damage and safeguard lives and property. In the realm of residential architecture, the construction of earthquake-resistant houses involves the implementation of advanced building techniques and materials. Engineers often employ reinforced concrete and steel frames to enhance structural strength and flexibility. Additionally, innovative designs such as base isolation systems and damping devices are integrated to dissipate seismic energy and minimize the impact of ground shaking. Furthermore, adherence to stringent building codes and regulations enforced by local authorities ensures that structures are adequately fortified against seismic forces. Similarly, the construction of tunnels in earthquake-prone areas demands meticulous attention to detail and innovative engineering solutions. Tunnel engineers employ specialized construction methods, such as the use of rock bolts, shotcrete, and steel supports, to reinforce tunnel walls and ceilings. Additionally, tunnel linings are designed to withstand ground movement and seismic loading, thereby ensuring the safety and stability of underground passages during earthquakes. Advanced monitoring systems are also deployed to detect any signs of structural damage or deformation, allowing for prompt remedial action if necessary. When it comes to river infrastructure, such as bridges and dams, earthquake resilience is of paramount importance to prevent catastrophic failure and downstream flooding. Engineers employ sophisticated design techniques, such as flexible joints and seismic bracing, to enhance the seismic resistance of bridge structures. Furthermore, the incorporation of redundant support systems and emergency spillways in dam construction helps to mitigate the risk of dam failure during seismic events. Comprehensive risk assessments and modeling studies are conducted to evaluate the potential impact of earthquakes on river infrastructure, informing design decisions and risk mitigation strategies. Meanwhile, in China, buildings in an earthquake of similar magnitude as in America easily collapsed. There are even cases where high-rise buildings collapsed in the blink of an eye at the slightest tremor. The Chinese call them tofu buildings, right? When the Chinese students could not deny that fact, Trump continued to show another video of Chinese buildings collapsing. He said, "In recent years, there have been frequent landslides in Beijing. These accidents happen suddenly without any warning signs, making prevention difficult. Road collapses are frequent in Beijing due to poorly planned underground engineering projects such as subway excavations or bomb shelters, causing loss of soil and underground water, leading to accidental collapses." In addition, not only is the infrastructure not guaranteed, but it is also related to excessive groundwater exploitation. Over the past decade, Beijing has been a city dependent on groundwater as its main water supply. Groundwater resources have been overexploited, accounting for 37–65% of total water supply. Changes in groundwater levels have an important impact on land subsidence. The Chinese do not know how to proactively calculate to protect the living environment and prevent natural disasters, so their infrastructure cannot even withstand a flood, let alone an earthquake or tsunami. We feel it is a very fair assessment and explanation coming from Mr. Trump. Meanwhile, the Chinese student could not hide his shock. He still tries to regain their honor. What's so good about that? Anyway, that's not enough to say the US leads the world in fighting natural disasters. Mr. Trump looked at the Chinese students and continued, "Not only that, the US leads in preparing to respond to natural disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis, and actively contributes to transmitting experiences to the world." Mr. Trump smiled and shook his head at the Chinese student's stubbornness, but he still patiently explained, "The ability to innovate, invest, educate, and learn from the past has made the US the most earthquake-ready country in the world. The earthquake policy of the United States is rooted in a comprehensive approach that prioritizes prevention as a cornerstone of its strategy. This commitment to proactive measures is evident through various initiatives and policy frameworks aimed at mitigating the impact of seismic events and enhancing societal resilience. One of the key components of the U.S. earthquake policy is the emphasis on building resilience through stringent building codes and standards. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, collaborates with state and local governments to develop and enforce seismic building codes that ensure structures are designed and constructed to withstand the forces exerted by earthquakes. These codes incorporate the latest scientific research and engineering practices to enhance structural integrity and minimize the risk of collapse during seismic events. Furthermore, the U.S. government invests significantly in earthquake monitoring and early warning systems to detect seismic activity and provide timely alerts to at-risk populations. The U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, operates a nationwide network of seismometers and sensors that continuously monitor seismic activity and provide real-time data to authorities and the public. This early warning capability enables communities to take proactive measures, such as initiating evacuation procedures and activating emergency response plans before the onset of a significant earthquake, thereby reducing the potential for loss of life and property damage. In addition to preventive measures for infrastructure and public safety, the U.S. earthquake policy also encompasses initiatives to promote community resilience and preparedness. FEMA, through its National Earthquake Hazards Reduction Program, supports research, education, and outreach efforts aimed at raising awareness about earthquake risks and empowering communities to take proactive measures to mitigate their impact. This includes promoting the adoption of earthquake-resistant building practices, conducting hazard assessments, and developing emergency response plans at the local level. Moreover, the U.S. government collaborates with international partners and stakeholders to share best practices, lessons learned, and technical expertise in earthquake risk reduction. Through initiatives such as the Global Earthquake Model and international conferences and workshops, the United States contributes to global efforts to enhance earthquake resilience and disaster preparedness. Of course, the Chinese student could not refute Mr. Trump's argument because it was factual, specialized information. All that student could do was try to make himself look good. Mr. Trump concluded his analysis with a profound statement. In addition to its robust earthquake management strategies, the United States employs cutting-edge technology to predict and mitigate the impact of natural disasters, including rainstorms and tsunamis. Advanced meteorological modeling and forecasting techniques are utilized to predict local rainstorms with high accuracy, enabling authorities to issue timely warnings and advisories to vulnerable communities. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration operates a sophisticated network of weather radars, satellites, and ground-based sensors, providing real-time data on atmospheric conditions and precipitation patterns. This comprehensive monitoring system enables meteorologists to track the development and trajectory of rainstorms, assess the potential for flash flooding and landslides, and alert residents to take necessary precautions. Furthermore, the United States leverages state-of-the-art technology to monitor and assess the risk of tsunamis, particularly along coastal regions prone to seismic activity. The National Tsunami Warning Center utilizes a network of seismometers and sea level gauges to detect underwater earthquakes and other seismic events that could trigger a tsunami. In addition, advanced modeling and simulation tools are employed to forecast the propagation of tsunami waves and estimate their potential impact on coastal communities. Through the dissemination of timely alerts and evacuation orders, the NTWC plays a critical role in minimizing the loss of life and property damage caused by tsunamis. Listening to Mr. Trump's words, the Chinese student had no choice but to sit with his head down. I can also understand Mr. Trump's thoughts. It's strange that the Chinese student is comparing whether China has more natural disasters than America. Is that something worth comparing? All of us geology students know what Mr. Trump said is true. And we learned profound lessons about the US's geography, about how they respond to natural disasters, about how the American people rise from difficulties and constantly improve natural disaster prevention measures. It is an admirable tenacity and intelligence that America has left a special mark on us. Looking back now, I'm amazed at the progress our country has made in eliminating natural disasters. It's not to say that it doesn't exist at all, but it has significantly reduced thanks to the bold and controversial actions of President Trump. He proved that by taking a strong stance and implementing effective policies, we can create a more inclusive and accepting society. I still can't believe that a businessman with no political background was able to achieve what so many leaders before him failed to do. But I am grateful for his determination and courage to address the issue. Thanks for watching our video. If you like the content in this video, don't forget to press the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to receive notifications about the latest videos from our channel. Please leave your comments and suggestions below in the comments section. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. We appreciate your support and hope to see you again in the next videos. Have a great day and see you soon.